Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the K&Si show. I am Kaz, that casual gamer. Sitting across from me is that man, C-Pawn, aka Monkey D. Luffy, and in the center, as always, Casey, aka Put It Black Win. And just so you know, this is a PlayStation-centric podcast, but even though we focus on PlayStation news, we are not afraid to dibble and dabble in video gaming news in general. With that being said, oh my gosh, I made it.
Welcome to the show!
Welcome to the show.
We're back!
We are on a strict hiatus. I went back to school. I am done.
I've been lazy.
I gurgitated. I'm here. It's
regurgitated.
real. It is June. It is E3. It is sexy. These guys have never had Hibiki Suntory whiskey before, and my cousin introduced it to me in Chicago. So we are going to do a special E3 reaction opinions episode, and we're going to bring it to you guys. Well, I was going to say live, but not live, but we going to be live.
I mean, it's live now, technically.
So, again,
with some
this
creme
is
brulee.
the sexy. Like, this is, if you want whiskey, bro, like, smell the sexy. Smell the sexy.
Smell the sexy.
It smells like sex in a room.
It does.
Except for better. I don't know
Definitely
if we get
doesn't
better
have
than
that burn smell.
Creme brulee is good. Sure you don't want to bite?
I'm good. I can't.
I made it myself.
I can't fit anything else in me.
Just a little bit. Here, just a little bit.
Jesus Christ.
That much. There you go. See?
It's good.
Get that white shit off your face. We're on camera.
It's good.
You know how mad Paris would be seeing white stuff on your face?
Well,
from
Casey put it in my mouth, so like.
It's creme brulee. I made it myself. It's delicious.
Handmade.
It's handmade.
All right, to episode 17, to June, to hopefully us being back and consistent.
Oh yeah.
Cheers, my brothers.
Cheers.
Tell me what y'all think.
Woo! Not bad.
You like it? I like it.
It's smooth.
Exactly.
It's
No
sweet.
burn, right? And it's got a sweet ending.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why
Well,
I like
I
it.
felt the burn, but not bad.
I don't know. I really enjoy it.
It's not a bad burn. It's a good
It
burn.
has a really nice sweetness to it.
Yeah, I like it a lot. This Hibiki is probably one of my favorite whiskeys now. In fact, I don't drink a lot of whiskey,
I
so
was about
this
to
is,
say, Casey, you don't drink that much, so
and
that's
it goes
actually really good.
and it goes good with creme
Told you.
brulee.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's jump right into it, Casey. Kyle did the introduction. Let's hit him with that PlayStation Plus, boy. Nice spit.
All right. Well, here are the PlayStation Plus bonus games for June. Yeah, June. So, I'm gonna read them off here. Just guys, give you a heads up. We got this text that looks like blue and red.
It looks like Cody.
Casey got
Because I ran out of ink.
Oh. I got creme brulee in my lips. Mustache here. Mwah.
You got it from Kyle.
See, that's what happens when you spit.
I love it. All right. So, first game is gonna be Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Tres.
And here's the description. You guys already know what Call of Duty is, but
Yeah.
let's read it out regardless. So, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 combines 3 unique game modes. You got the campaign, the multiplayer, and zombies, providing fans with the deepest and most ambitious Call of Duty ever. That's what I think. The campaign has been designed as a co-op game that can be played with up to 4 players online, or as a solo cinematic thrill ride.
I told you, strong.
Multiplayer will be the franchise's deepest, most rewarding, and most engaging to date, with new ways to rank up, customize, and gear up for the battle. And Zombies delivers an all-new mind-blowing experience with its own dedicated narrative. The title ushers in an unprecedented level of innovation, including jaw-dropping environments, never-before-experienced weaponry and abilities, and the introduction of a new, improved fluid movement system. All right.
So, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, this came out of the blue. This is at E3. They announced this. They're like, yo, one more announcement, special thing on us. Black Ops 3 for free on PlayStation Plus this month. And it lasts from June 11th till July 11th. So pick it up now if you're a Call of Duty fan, or even if you just want a first-person shooter to play where it's got all those extra mechanics. I'm not a huge fan of Black Ops 3. It's too much going on. You could run, wall run, jump, dash, all that other stuff. That's too much for me. I'm going to get my ass handed too. But it's free, and I think they still sell for like $50, $40 right now for Black Ops 3, if not 60. So pick it up.
Yeah, this was definitely a surprise to me when I seen that. I think they brought it up because they remade Black Ops 2 maps, and you can get it on Black Ops 3 and Black Ops. I think you can get it on Black Ops 4 if you pre-order, and you can get it on Black Ops 3 or something like that too. But I thought that was pretty cool seeing that. Oh no,
we're good. Sorry, I'm
a little paranoid.
But
yeah,
anyways.
we can cut it out.
No, we're leaving it.
Cut it out.
Cut it.
I swear, I thought that's what K&Si said, and I think it was Alpha 3.
Cut it out.
She turned around.
When she did her
Shows her ass.
arrow.
Oh.
When she shows her ass.
Yeah, spiral arrow. Yes.
Hey, that's what it sounded like.
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Oh, spiral arrow. Cut it. Okay, maybe.
But it did
Way
get an
out there.
83.23 on game rankings. That's a solid score for a Call of Duty game that's been milked for like the past 10 years. It's a Call of Duty every year, and they still get 8+ scores every year.
Yep.
So it's a solid game if you want something free to play. Add it to your library. So
It's there.
move on to
Yippee-ki-yay.
the next, the one I'm actually excited.
All right, so next PlayStation Plus free game is going to be XCOM 2.
Son of a bitch.
So, narrative is Earth has changed and is now under alien rule. Facing impossible odds, you must rebuild XCOM and ignite a global resistance to reclaim our world and save humanity.
Save it.
XCOM on the run. Take command of the Avenger, an alien supply. Oh, these are the DLC stuff? Okay. XCOM on the run. Take a command of the Avenger, an alien supply craft converted to XCOM's mobile headquarters. Oh, that's not DLC. That's the ship.
I was about to say, like, if they come out with the DLC too after it's fine.
Let me get to it first. You decide to where to guide your strike team, how to grow popular support, and when to combat enemy counter operations. Recruit resistance fighters, 5 soldier classes, each with its own skill tree. Let you create specific soldiers for your tactical plan. A new breed of enemy. A diverse cast of enemies offer a distinct tactical challenge. Research, develop, and upgrade. So use your scientists and engineers to research, develop, and upgrade weapons and armor to fit your preferred tactics.
All right.
Each mission is a unique challenge, so go on missions around the world with virtually infinite combinations of maps, missions, and goals. All right.
This is definitely a game that people should pick up that's definitely into those strategy RPGs. Like, even now, even though I've been through the game multiple times, it's like
Played it multiple times?
After going through it, like, it just feels good coming back into it because it's a challenge. Son of a bitch. My bad.
It's probably Kyle's mom.
Your mom?
No, I don't know who this is.
So, I played it. I tried it out.
Bitch.
It's fun as hell. If you guys like tactical strategy games, like Kyle said, definitely
It's
pick it up.
definitely good to pick up, and it has tons of replayability because nothing. I mean, shit's random, all how things happen and stuff like
It's
that.
random
so.
missions, right?
And they got an 85.81 on game rankings. So definitely add it to your library. This is actually a good game if you want an RPG, strategy RPG to pick up and play. It's free.
And
It
if
still
you
runs
like-
for like $30 right now. So
Yeah, and if you like sci-fi, there you go. Now, the only thing is,
Shit, it's still fucking 60 on Steam and shit.
is it really?
Yeah.
that's how much you could get out of the
That's why we own
replayability of this game.
PS4s.
All right, well, let's get on to the next game here. So for the PS4, last game on the PS4 is going to be Trials Fusion. So you take on an unlimited array of platform racing challenges in the unreal world of Trials Fusion. Using your skills to traverse across obstacle-laden, ramp-ridden courses, you must strive to set track records against the best Trials players around the globe. Whether you're racing alone with friends or in a global tournament, competition is always around you, and racing on official courses is just the beginning. A rich world of custom courses built by some of the most creative and skilled content creators in gaming awaits those who are continually searching for a new insane track to conquer. And with the long-term support of fresh features and content, the Trials experience will continue to expand and challenge players in new and exhilarating ways.
78.18. It's one of those trick 2D games, right? Or something like that?
Well, I see
It's
people
free,
just...
add it to your library.
Yeah, it reminds me of... what's that game? It's like Danger or something.
Joe Danger?
Joe Danger or something like that.
But you build your own tracks on that, don't you?
I think you can do this in Trials as well. Well, anyways, you're taking I hate to say it, but it looks like a motorcycle, but motorcycle, moped.
And a dirt bike?
Dirt bike.
Moped.
Moped.
Oh, right, moped.
Sorry, I don't know the term or lingo of that, so I do apologize. But yeah, you're riding it through like different custom courses from what I see in the gameplay.
Want to race mopeds?
And it's popular. Apparently, this game is still. It was talked about at E3 as well. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But
DLC of mopeds.
Yeah, mopeds. But yeah, you can do like these tricks and stuff like that off of it, off the courses that you're playing. But yeah, it looks cool. Definitely pick it up. It's free. Try it out.
Some tricks.
Yeah.
On your moped.
Move on to that PS3, boy.
All right, so for the PS3 free games of the June month here, we got Zombie Driver. So, insane mix of cars, speed, explosions, blood, and zombies. Fight through an epic narrative campaign, or test yourself in the slaughter and blood race modes. Engage huge bosses, save survivors, drive crazy vehicles such as the bulldozer, the fire truck, or even a tank, and smash everything in your way. Take part in the blood race tournament, chase other cars and take them down without mercy on brutal racing tracks. Jump into the slaughter mode and survive as long as possible on specially crafted arenas. Alright, so...
Is this like Crazy Taxi but with zombies?
I don't think so. This reminds me of just racing. Like you race and there's zombies or whatever.
Oh, is it kind of like a kart racer then?
I think it's more like you use the car to kill zombies.
Oh.
So think of it as like horde mode kind of, but with cars. You're riding a car, and you're just killing like...
Your baby mama? Baby mama drama.
But... Yeah, Zombie Driver, kind of think of it as Twisted Metal a little bit, but you're killing zombies, and you got huge bosses in there. So you're using it's vehicle combat. That's basically what it is. That fly was...
They didn't have to know that.
That fly was not even near you,
Should have went...
Sorry,
Zombie Driver. Got a 50 out of 100 on game rankings. I don't really care for it, so...
It's zombies. You drive a car. Yay.
Chill.
So,
if you guys see this fly on the screen, I'm gonna catch this shit during this episode. Fuck it up.
Alright, so next game on the list is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier.
You had this one too, right?
Yep, I haven't even touched it.
I think Big Tony played it more than you.
Yeah, he did actually. Anyways, there is nothing fair, honorable, or just about combat. There is only winning and losing, and shut up, you car!
Oh, those my muscles I was ripping up.
And losing the dead and the living. The ghosts don't fret about even odds. They do everything in their power to overwhelm and obliterate the enemy.
She is pregnant.
No.
Oh.
Days off. I got days off.
Oh, he got days off! Go. It's right next to Days Gone.
So, in Ghost Recon Future Soldier, join an elite team of highly trained cutthroat special ops soldiers.
Your birthday off?
Armed to the teeth
yeah, I got
with...
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday that week, and then I got the one in November too.
Nice. So armed to the teeth with unrivaled combat technology and cutting-edge military hardware, Ghost Recon takes you to the globe's most deadly war zones to hunt down the highest value targets. Download the full game today. So, yeah, Tom Clancy, always a good brand. Ghost Recon's always a good series.
He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, he passed away. So.
When did he pass away?
A couple years back.
A couple years back? You sure you didn't die a long time ago?
Yeah, a couple years back. I just don't know when Tom Clancy passed away, but his games still live on.
They're still really good games.
Yeah. And but other than that, though, yeah, the Ghost Recon series is always good. I played a couple of them before. I have not beaten them though, but I tried them out. They're usually in third person. But this Future Soldier one, I haven't really tried out. I think it's a mix where you go first person and third person. I might be wrong in this. I do apologize. But it's a Tom Clancy game. Pick it up. It's free. It's on the PS3. So add it to your library. I don't know if anybody else has anything to say about Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon.
If it's anything like Tom Clancy's The Division.
Yeah, The Division is the closest that we've played on a Tom Clancy game other than Siege, but I think that's just me.
Yeah, I don't.
Y'all
I got nothing to say. It got
The Division with XCOM. That
it
would be
got
one of the best games ever.
It got 78.44, so decent score, solid. Tom Clancy passed away 2013.
A couple years back.
2013. So it was about 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
When did October 1st, 2013. It's pretty recent. So he was a thriller author, wrote thrillers.
He wrote like military novels.
Yeah, and then so I guess it correlated into video games, which they kind of use his name as a brand in a sense.
Yeah,
now.
pretty much. Tom Clancy's almost everything in Ubisoft, so they make a lot of Tom Clancy games. It's like NBA 2K. There's always a 2K game, just with different numbers at the end.
That too.
Telling you.
But yeah.
XCOM, The
If-
Division. That would be
If you still got a
Yeah.
PS3, add it to your library. Move on to the next, to our beloved system that Kyle's gonna pick up very soon.
So next system on
Was there a
the
price drop on it?
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, I was about to say. I just seen that.
there could be a price drop.
No,
Well,
there's price drop.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, keep reading. I'll look it
Well,
up.
next system is the PlayStation Vita. So we got one game on this list, actually. Two games? Okay. I guess I can't count.
Yep,
Well,
you're
anyways,
right.
the next game is Atomic Ninja. So it's the most entertaining multiplayer action platform game of the year. Enter the arena as one of the 8 Atomic Ninjas and battle it out against other players and bots online or locally.
Damn, so Atomic Samurai isn't in this one.
So outsmart and outflank other players, upgrade your super abilities, and use crazy ninja weapons and gadgets. Only the most malicious players win. So you get 8 distinctive Atomic Ninjas to unlock. You got 6 weapons and gadgets, each bring unique gameplay. 8 super abilities such as invisibility and super speed that will turn you to a stealthy ninja or agile acrobat or an unstoppable Hulk. 6 arenas full of danger, moving platforms, traps, and hiding places that become your playing field where you can hunt and humiliate other players. Lots of game modes including deathmatch, capture the flag, and treasure hunt. So, yeah, Atomic Ninjas. I don't know anything about this game.
Yeah, whatever. But the Vita did get a price drop thing. I think it used to be like $179, so it's
Yeah, like
$169.
169.
Looks like,
Definitely pick it up.
to be honest, it looks like it's trending upward.
Trending upward.
So it looks like it's gonna start to cost more and more.
Really?
Like to buy a brand new one is $239.99.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's trending more. It's starting to become a rare system just because the fact that it didn't sell quite as well as Sony projected. So like I said, go pick one up. They're definitely worth it.
I want to get one.
PS1
But I
classics
gotta
on
get
there.
a Switch too.
You're still get both.
Get both.
I don't know.
Be like me.
That's a lot of money.
Get the
Be
Switch
like me.
first.
Be better.
I'm not no baller status.
Get the Switch first.
Okay, so- yeah, I want to get the Switch.
Yeah, I
And
guess
then
first,
get the Vita.
and then we can play Smash Brothers online.
Oh my gosh, Smash Brothers. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go.
All
Talk
right.
about it.
And wait, let me tell them. Atomic Ninja got a 60.83. Okay, now on to the next.
Yep, I'm laughing at
Game
it.
ranking.
So next game is called Squares. Oh, okay.
Square.
Sorry,
I am Ron Burgundy.
there's a question mark there, so I was like, Squares? So,
I had a feeling he might do that too.
so Squares is a puzzle reflex game. Kyle, you stop that. Puzzle reflex game for the PlayStation Vita system. The objective is to turn gray all the blue squares while dealing with different kinds of squares before the time goes up. The game features 91 levels as well as a level editor for creating your own challenges. Squares?
The reason why they keep laughing and keep saying it like that. I had 2 question marks for where the ranking is.
That's what I was thinking.
For the rating. So I couldn't find a rating for it on Game Rankings.
I'm
So
non-burgundy.
that's why he keeps saying it in question. But with that, those are our PlayStation Plus games of the month. For June, we got that low surprise. We got that extra bonus of Black Ops 3. Go pick it up. Add all those games to your library. Even if you don't have a PS3 anymore or a Vita or whatever. If you were to ever get those systems back or anything like that, you can go ahead and download those off the PlayStation Store because they'll be in your library. Let's go ahead and jump into our top 10 topics of the month, which we're not doing because we are reacting and giving our opinions on E3. So we're going to go ahead and start with Nintendo. We'll be talking about the things that they showed in their press conference or their, what do they call their conference again?
Nintendo Direct.
Their Nintendo Direct. So it was corny as ever. Like when they did their switch to this presentation.
I can't snap, by the way.
I still love
It's
Nintendo.
not.
Don't get me wrong.
Casey, what the hell?
I can
but-
clap.
No, you can snap. You can snap. Casey. No, that's the wrong finger. You do it the middle finger. Middle finger, and then the snap comes from your thumb and your forefinger hitting each other. Oh my gosh, Casey.
I
did
do
not know
it
that.
with the ring finger.
You do it with the ring. Double clap.
Yeah, I can't do it. But,
Yours is loud.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Da-da-da-da. Boom.
actually the
Da-da-da-da.
sound
Addams
comes.
Family.
The sound comes from here.
Kyle,
Yeah.
it actually comes from here.
It comes from the heart.
It comes from your middle finger slapping your hand.
So let's
it's
go
pretty
ahead and
much
jump into
clapping.
Nintendo's E3. I'm going to go ahead and list off a couple things and we'll go ahead and talk about them. This is a little different to me, so we did a different formula last year. But Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is getting DLC. Fire Emblem will arrive on the Switch. The game is titled Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Fortnite is now on the Switch, and it's on every single thing else. Super hype.
It's everywhere.
It got
It's on
downloaded
phones.
2 million times in the first day that they announced it at E3.
Damn.
That's pretty insane. Hollow Knight is out for the Switch right now. You go pick that up. They also confirmed release dates for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, November 16th of this year.
2018.
What do you guys think of those? Nas, what do you guys think of that for the most part? This isn't even the main part.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump to the main part.
Well-
What do you guys think of that part? Right
Well, I mean, they had. I think you're missing one, but they had that mech game that was on here. Remember that mech game in the beginning? You should remember. We were watching that. I forgot the title of that mech game. That was the first thing they showcased at the Nintendo Direct. So good thing I'm here to remind him. And
That's what they had on the list on Kotaku. Okay.
yeah, it's Kotaku. Why you listen to them? So pretty much.
Kotaku, unreliable.
Well,
source.
we'll skip that for now, but until he gets the title, then we'll go back to it. So, Xenoblade Chronicles is getting a DLC. I mean, I guess that's cool. People who are into the Xenoblade series. The problem with me though is that I haven't played it. I actually have Xenoblade,
You have all of them, don't you?
except for 2.
You don't have to?
Nope, not 2.
Oh, I thought
I
you
haven't
But I
got
mean,
that.
he's gonna pick.
Because I haven't played the other 2 before. But I've seen how the game is played. It's fun. The environment is big.
I'm sorry. Daemon Mechina.
Yeah, Daemon Mechina is the first game they showcased. That was a mech game.
And I
But
guess if we're gonna get into a Starlink battle for Atlas,
Starlink Battle, that wasn't showcased at the presentation, so
Overcooked.
yeah, that was like the show. That was the montage stuff,
Oh,
though.
okay,
So
sorry.
don't worry too much about that.
Okay.
We're gonna worry about the ones that showcase the main videos, but yeah, like since I'm talking about Xenoblade, the DLC is coming out. I guess people are excited for that. I don't know too much about Xenoblade, so you don't have to worry about spoilers from
Yeah.
us. It looks good. It's a mech game, RPG mech game. It's still a spiritual successor
Successor.
to Xenogears. If you guys ever played that game, that is one awesome RPG you guys need to play. Other than that, though, yeah, that's my take on Xenoblade. It's gonna be great. It looks good. I'm not too excited about it. Kyle, anything on that?
I don't know how I feel about it because I've seen like the most hype reactions I think I've seen have come from Nintendo,
Yep.
but I don't. Okay. Well, are we talking about the other one yet, or does he want to?
We can talk about Damon Machina.
Well,
Because that was the first thing we
I
should
don't
have
know
talked
too
about.
much about it.
I like Nintendo's on point on what they're what they
With their
need
direct?
to do. Yeah, with everything.
Yeah.
So
I guess.
I mean, Nintendo's looking good in the future, as far as like everything that
Yeah,
they're
they're
putting
looking
together.
solid.
Actually,
Blu-ray.
yeah, they definitely. Well, I'm not gonna do that. They're doing good. They're doing good. I was
No,
just gonna
go
say
ahead.
they're definitely doing better
What's
than
going
Xbox
on?
right now when it comes to in-house games and stuff. But
You want some more?
Yeah, you know what? Pour me one.
holy shit,
You
holy
want,
shit!
you want one too?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I wasn't expecting Casey.
I
to
still
have more
got
drink.
Well,
That
it's
works.
it's yeah. I'm like I'll drink.
Yeah, by the time you
It's
take
there. Might as well drink it, right?
By the time you take a nap and wake up, you should be good to go.
It's a sexy drink. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, I know I'll be sleeping later. No worries on that part.
But yeah, the one thing I told them is I'm not getting a Switch until a new Pokemon game come out for it, and then they announce Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. So now I have to get a Switch this year.
But we'll see about those games because from what we've seen, you can't. It's not like your typical Pokemon,
Nah,
so you can't get into random battles and stuff like that. It looks like it's got an influence of
Pokemon Go.
call it Pokemon Go, where you capture Pokemon and you can only fight trainers. So I don't know. Oh, my bad. Cheers.
Cheers. I just drank it already.
That's sexy.
Oh, it is sexy.
Oh, but yeah, that's sexy. It's a little disappointing from my end because I do want to play it kind of like a typical Pokemon.
I know.
game with the Pokemon Go aspect. Like if it had certain Pokemon that you could only catch through Pokemon Go to transfer onto your Switch and stuff like that, I think that'd be a cool touch because then it'd get people out and about again.
Yeah.
Well, even
But-
still, I think what they could have did with the whole system is you beat the Pokemon instead of it fading, you get an opportunity to catch it at the end.
Yeah, that
Or
actually
something
that'd
like
be
that.
genius. And then you get double experience. You get experience for beating them, and then you get experience for capturing them.
Exactly.
Bada bing, bada boom,
No
bada
one
bing.
wants to waste Pokeballs.
because then if you don't capture it, you still get the experience for battling it.
Exactly.
But we'll see how they're gonna
Call us, Nintendo.
go on that because they haven't really gave us official information. But
Because the
that's
battling is just what between trainers
Yeah.
and gyms, right?
that's what it looks like. They never showed like wild battles other than throwing a Pokeball
Yeah.
at a wild
Yeah.
Pokemon.
So it's interesting. But with all that, a lot of those announcements to me, honestly, were meh. You know, cool, whatever. Let's go ahead and talk about what the show was really about.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They announced Smash Bros. Ultimate
Woo!
with the biggest roster in Smash history, 60 characters. If you want, I can list them. You know, if I can list
Everyone
them.
is there.
Isn't it 64 or more?
I think
Because
it's
64 was Inkling. And 65, yeah, it's like 65
Really?
characters.
So 65 plus.
Yeah.
So it's the biggest.
The
Um,
biggest, the boldest,
But let's see.
the smash.
Mario, Samus, Kirby, Bowser, Link from Breath of the Wild, Donkey Kong, Fox, Falco, Marth, Zelda, Sheik, Villager, Mewtwo, Meta Knight, Sonic, Peach, Pikachu, Ice Climbers, Inkling, Captain Falcon, Zero Suit Samus, Wii Fit Trainer, Squirtle, Ivysaur, Charizard, Ness, Lucas, Ryu, Ganondorf. Go. Ganondorf.
Ganondorf, Ike, Cloud, Snake, Jigglypuff, Pichu, Roy, Oliver, Diddy Kong, Lucario, Lucina, Robin, Bayonetta, Mr. Game & Watch, Greninja, Dr. Mario, Rob, Duck Hunt, gotta always burp, Pit, Dark Pit, Palutena, Corrin, Bowser Jr., Toon Link, Young Link, King Dedede, Dedede, Rosalina and Luma, Mii Gunner, Sword and Brawler, Wario, Little Mac, Pac-Man, Shulk, Wolf, Mega Man, Luigi, and Yoshi.
And Ridley.
And Ridley was shown at the end of the trailer as well. Yeah, I'm actually excited for this. This is probably what I actually want all fighting games to do.
Literally watch these people have orgasms when they seen like the reveal to this.
The roster
Like,
reveal? Yeah.
It was fucking nuts though. It got me so hyped. It got me so hyped for this game because
Capcom, take pointers.
right.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Capcom,
Take some fucking pointers.
because this is the first time that a fighting it's considered a lot of people consider it a fighting game.
Yeah.
It's an arena or what would they call this style of fighting? Oh,
It's a fighting game.
a brawl. Either way, though, yeah, they did a good job, and they revealed all the characters. They took all the past characters, like Wolf, who wasn't in the game for 10 years, and they brought him
Snake.
back, and Snake too. So
Cloud, Snake, these are third-party exclusive characters getting thrown in here.
Yep.
Like
This-
Ryu still coming back.
Yeah.
Like Capcom. You know, you're getting things that are like Capcom, Konami, and you get what
you got Pac-Man from Namco.
Square Enix with Cloud.
Yeah.
Is that the biggest like
It
crossover?
is
Yeah.
actually the
One
biggest
game?
crossover on any game or fighting game that's been done
Which
so
is
far.
actually,
Capcom.
that's pretty cool.
Learn something.
So yeah, they brought all the characters in Ultimate, and from what I've seen on the gameplay and the reports from like pro players and stuff, this game plays way differently. There's a lot of changes.
They revamped a lot of stuff.
All the characters got revamped in some certain way. They have certain final smashes as well that are different.
I like what they did with it. It's just getting straight to the point. No, I don't think there's any more transformation.
Yeah, there's no
Final
more
smashes.
transformation stuff like that either. Some of the final smashes are cinematic as well. So
Foxes is sexy.
yeah, Fox is sexy from what Kyle says. Other than that, though, I like that they brought the third-party character. I didn't think that was going to happen, but they did it.
Yep.
And so all the third-party characters are in. Even Konami's Snake is in there, for goodness sake. This is really ridiculous, but yeah, as we keep saying, Capcom should take pointers. They brought all their characters in here,
Oh,
and they need to do that with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
I didn't get to see everything, but I did see they were going over saying like the roster might start off small, and are they gonna have it set up so we can eventually
unlock 'em.
You unlock them through
Okay.
gameplay.
Yeah.
There's been certain ways, like they give you like hidden ways of trying to unlock them, or you just keep playing the game, and they'll just eventually lock through like
They should do something kind of like Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
all like the store purchase. Thing.
Yeah, where you earn credits
I
for
actually
playing
like
it and
that.
stuff like that.
So
That'd be kind of cool.
they're doing something like that,
They have
but it's not the
different
store though. It's just built up like a leveling. Like you don't see the leveling at all. But once you get to like a certain amount of times you play the game so much, then it goes a new challenger approaches like out of nowhere. Because that's what they've done with the Smash games. When you unlock a character, it will say like a challenger approaches you. Like it will show the silhouette,
Metal
Yeah.
Mario.
and then they will challenge you, and if you beat them, they're in the game and they're unlockable. So
See?
it's also cool because you get to challenge them out of nowhere, because they come in like they'll challenge you after you do like a mini game.
Yeah.
There's mini games in the game too, or any other activity that you do. So that's what I thought was a cool part.
And that's what I like about stuff like that compared to other games that either force you to buy characters or make the grind ridiculous to the point to where you can't even where it takes so long for you to earn credits
Yeah.
to get the character that you rather pay it off just so you can actually play with the character, which is kind of fucked up.
I mean, I do like that some fighting games will like offer like an option to select them. Or I kind of like the Smash. I like Smash's way of doing it because it feels awesome that you just get this random person to come out of nowhere in the game.
And it makes people want to play.
And
It makes people want to continue playing the game.
Yep. And so and here's the thing, like they're continuing off of Smash 4 Wii U, and that had a lot of mini games in there. So, and they're continuing it off of that. This game is gonna be jam packed with so much stuff in there. It's gonna be crazy. They even announced the Omega modes in there and Battlefield stages for all stages.
And I'm gonna say it right now. Nintendo to me wins biggest hype of E3
That's what I was
when
thinking.
they fucking did Smash Ultimate and announced all these characters in such a huge roster and giving the fans what they wanted. Does it come out this year or next year?
This
This
year
year.
it comes out December.
And the fact that it comes out this year, like that's nuts. Like I get it's kind of like Smash Bros. Plus compared to Wii U.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's not because they added all these. How many characters were there in Smash for Wii U? Like what, 30, 40?
You know, I forgot the total amount. They were missing a lot. They're like Ice Climbers wasn't even in there.
Yeah,
Snake
Wasn't in there. Yeah.
Wolf was not in there at all.
So like Inkling wasn't in there. So they added all these characters, and they're not just copy paste characters. These are fucking each different character with different endings. Some of them might play similarly, but the fact that they give you this variety, they're giving you your best bang for your buck. You know, you're not Capcom buying Street Fighter 5 and like, oh, I'm gonna buy a season pass for 4 more characters this year
that come out
and 4
a
more
year
characters
later.
next year and 4 more characters next year and still not even get to 60 plus characters. Like, that's insane for $60 flat. And you can bring it on the go, and you can do the whole thing where Smash does new challenger. You can just give the remote to someone else and be like, new challenger. You know?
Well,
it's awesome. I think they won biggest hype of E3.
That's what I was thinking.
And one of the biggest fan pleasers, really. To be honest.
Like, I don't
people
understand
were
why
crazy for it.
these fucking companies don't understand. Like, you give your customers what they want, they are more willing to buy the stuff.
Exactly.
And this is a perfect example, such as, you know, with the other games that are also coming out pretty soon too.
And like it to me, it doesn't make sense because companies like Marvel and Sony and Microsoft, these are billion-dollar companies. Give your fans what they want. They're willing to pay for it.
Exactly.
Quit making them scrape the bottom of the barrel just to pay for shit that that's not even the full complete content of what they're supposed to be getting. Like, that's just my opinion.
Exactly.
But like, I get it, video games nowadays are cheaper than what they used to be back in the day, all this other stuff.
Right.
But at the same time, things are just more accessible nowadays. You know, it doesn't take 10 years Final Fantasy 15 to make a game anymore. Like, guys like Naughty Dog, they're making games like The Last of Us in 4 to 5 years. You're making smaller indie games that can take anywhere from a year to 2 years. Call of Duty comes out annually. It's every year thing, and Call of Duty looks better every year.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's nuts to think about. There's a guy still making that solo RPG game.
Yeah. What is that called again?
I forget what it's called,
I
but
keep
it's
forgetting
one
the
guy
name.
working on it. If you have a team of about 100 people, these games should take your time on them. Don't get me wrong. Don't rush them out, but take your time on them. Make them complete and give the customer, give your fans what they want.
But yeah, and things like that is what stops people whenever companies end up not coming out with a complete game, Destiny, or trying to
Fighter.
fuck people over, even though they have like one of the bigger, even though they do have a bigger group, or what else was I about to say?
Like, Activision is also a multi-billion-dollar.
Yeah.
'Cause all the fucking copies of Call of Duty they sell, like, take a hint from freaking, what was it, 2K Games, or the guys that make Grand Theft Auto. They take their sweet-ass time making these games, but they make them full, complete games. Like GTA 5, people are still playing that. It's like 4 years
Exactly.
later,
And
man.
they're releasing like all this updates for it too.
And Red Dead's finally coming out, and look at all the hype behind Red Dead. It's like they're giving their fans what they want. Like,
Yeah, this whole coming out with incomplete games and finish it later, and scamming your customers out of what they think they're supposed to be getting and everything, like it just builds up a bad reputation for you, and then when you want their support later, they're not going to be willing to do it. Destiny.
and then you're gonna jack the price up of your game, and I don't know, just it's back and forth, backlash and everything. But past that point, good job Nintendo with
Nintendo
Smash
did a good
Ultimate.
job.
What do you guys give your thumbs up review for Nintendo's E3? I give it a thumbs up,
Thumbs up,
not a
definitely.
double thumbs
Yeah.
up. They
Thumbs
didn't,
up.
They didn't.
Not a lot of new IPs
yeah.
other than Fire Emblem, the Three Houses.
They could have came out with a couple more, but it was really solid. And like I said, they had the biggest hype of E3.
It wasn't
the
bad.
Damon Machina game.
Anything else on Nintendo?
No, that's about it. I mean, good job on the Smash reveal. You guys did a wonderful job on it. Other than that, like that was basically the main show is the Smash.
Yeah.
Because they spent a whole
nothing
time
on what Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, I wish they announced more info on that. I was really interested
What
in another
else?
Metroid.
No.
It seemed like this E3 was missing a lot of games people were looking for.
Yeah, it was, and we'll get down to those other press conferences. I know that Nintendo, everybody wanted like,
Metroid Prime 4 for sure.
well, like more info on like different games. A lot of people were thinking the Mortal Kombat announcement was supposed to be at the Nintendo press
Everybody was-
conference.
Why is that?
Because Mortal Kombat 11 is somehow rumored to be in production. So
Yeah.
the problem though
Well, I
is
guess
that it's
Injustice
not
came out
officially announced. There's just rumors about it.
Yeah.
And people thought that it was going to be announced during Sony's press conference. That didn't happen. And they thought, oh, it's going to be the last chance to announce Mortal Kombat. It's going to be Nintendo, and that's going to be like the big surprise. Nintendo's going to do Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, rated M game.
And that didn't happen.
But I mean, with that, couple letdowns in Nintendo's E3, but other than that, solid. That's my daughter singing, if you guys are wondering. Well, let's go ahead and jump into the next press conference. Microsoft's E3. Let's go ahead and start off. I was very impressed. They came out with stuff that a little surprised by, and I'm happy for them. I'm glad they're doing better because it's pushing Sony to do better.
Right.
Yep.
But let's go ahead. They started off with, obviously, Halo Infinite. Looks gorgeous. Obviously, it's just a CGI cut screen, so we don't know how far along they are on it.
Right.
And then they did go ahead and jump into gameplay of Ori and the Will of the Wisp. That game looks good. It's a game that I would want to play, but I don't own an Xbox because I'm poor. So Microsoft, you understand it?
Kyle can do it. He hasn't. I gave him the
The game, everybody, I guess, went nuts over it. Well, me and Casey preferably. I don't know about Kyle.
Yeah, yeah.
But Sekiro Shadows Die Twice from Software. Thing is, it was showcased on Microsoft's E3. It is multi-platform, but it looks good.
It looks good. The problem though I have is there's an Activision logo next to it.
That too.
So we'll get to that, but just a little heads up when you see the trailer.
Fallout 76 again, multi-platform, showcased on Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Spirit, or as Casey would like to say, Captain
Sparkles.
Captain Sparkles for some reason. He thought it was Captain Sparkles.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But it's from the same makers of Life is Strange, and it is a free game to download and play. So I thought that was interesting. Crackdown 3, which kind of sucks because I think it's cool that they got Terry Crews to be in
Yeah,
it.
he hyped it up. I'm not gonna lie.
But it got delayed again till
Yeah.
2019. It was supposed to come out this year, so it keeps getting delayed. This is one of Microsoft's like biggest exclusives, and they're just fucking it up on all fronts. So they keep making their fans wait. Metro Exodus, right?
Exodus.
Exodus.
Yeah.
But it again multi-platform, looks amazing though. Forza Horizon 4, no one cares. The Division 2, surprise! Ubisoft with the Division 2
Out of nowhere.
showcase at E3. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, we all knew that one was coming. New skateboarding game called Session.
Not Skate 4.
Faked everyone out. Everyone thought it was Skate 4. Wasn't Skate 4.
It was called Session.
Looks good though. I don't know if this one's multi-platform. I didn't look that up. Devil May Cry 5.
Woohoo!
These guys are hyped for that.
Oh yeah.
Dante and Nero back with possible guest character of Virgil.
They
But-
think it's Virgil. We don't know.
Me and Casey don't think it's Virgil though.
Yeah, he got all those.
He's
tattoos.
got tattoos.
Yeah,
he's got-
that's what kind of threw me off. But I mean,
the way he
What's
holds
would
that
it be?
sword is like Virgil.
Yeah, he holds a sword like Virgil though, like right hand side, and you can
Maybe
see
it's
the
Virgil's
sheath.
son.
He has a son. That could be it.
I heard theories about that. That could be a possibility.
Could be his son.
Because Nero is supposed to be the guy that wields Virgil's sword. Like his arm was supposed to wield it, but he's not related to Virgil from what I've heard though.
Okay. Quick question about that. Because I went through the story. I forgot the order of how things go. Is it 4, 3, like 2?
All the possible
Yeah.
release.
4, 3, 1,
2 is the last because the
Yep,
story is
4,
supposed to
3, 1,
happen.
2.
Yeah, so 4, 3, 1, 2.
4, 3, 1, 2. Okay.
2 is supposed to be like the latest in this timeline, and then
So what happens to Virgil in that one? Is he killed in that one?
well, Virgil lost to Mundus. Mundus was the bad guy in Devil May Cry 1, And
okay.
in Devil May Cry 1, he appeared as Neo Angelo. And at first, we don't know who Neo Angelo was, but it hinted as Dante's brother. And then that's why they made Devil May Cry 3 to showcase his prequel of what happened with his brother.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and he went after Mundus, and Mundus whooped his ass and became Neo Angelo in the first game. So, something like that.
Okay, because I was
Oh,
wondering.
I
'cause-
thought Virgil was Gogen Doctus. Go.
That's Onimusha, man.
Oh, sorry. Wrong game. Wrong game.
What are you
Another
ta-
game I was looking
What
for
are you
at this
talking
press
like
conference.
Gogen.
I love that. Okay. anyways.
But
What do you talk like that?
they got Cuphead expansion DLC, Jump Force. It's another like Dragon Ball.
It's like J All
J All
Stars.
Stars,
yeah, J All Stars,
But
and Dragon
more
Ball
improved,
Budokai,
I
right?
guess.
Dragon Ball Z Budokai,
It
whatever.
looks pretty as fuck.
They made it a 3 versus 3 tag.
Again,
so-
multi-platform on Microsoft's at Microsoft's press conference. Dying Light 2.
Mhm.
A lot of people were surprised and hyped for that one too.
Yeah, first game was good. I liked it.
That one was also multi-platform. New Battletoads is their exclusive, so new Battletoads game
they got
is
a
coming out.
Battletoads
It's
game.
theirs. Just Cause 4,
Oh yeah,
another multi-console. Gears 5,
and the Gears Pop
they
Funko.
keep going. They just keep
The
going.
Gears Pop Funko.
And that is also their exclusive. And then they did go ahead and open up this is a big jump for them because Microsoft usually doesn't buy studios like this the way that Sony does. But they opened up a new studio called Initiative. So that's one of their new studios. But they also purchased Undead Labs, so they made State of Decay, Playground Games, which for Forza Horizon, Ninja Theory, Hellblade, which was a timed exclusive for the PlayStation, and then Compulsion Games, We Happy Few. So they bought out those games and made them pretty much
Companies,
do
yeah.
exclusives
Yeah.
for Microsoft. So that's good for Microsoft.
Yeah.
That's also urging Sony, like, hey, we're buying some, because Hellblade and Heavenly Sword,
Yeah.
those were PlayStation exclusives. Well, Heavenly Sword was, but Hellblade was a timed exclusive. But Sony could have picked those up.
Yeah.
They didn't. Microsoft jumped on it. So that's really cool. Glad for them. But I thought that was really cool. And then they closed the conference with Cyberpunk 2077.
Yep.
Which is
Everybody
also-
was looking forward to
Which
that.
is also multi-console, and which had super huge hype to it too.
Right.
Yep. A lot of people were expecting that Cyberpunk to be revealed this year, so they finally got it.
So
We saw the initial trailer before that. It shows like some lady getting shot at or something, or like that, some cyborg lady. So
So out of all those games, very few
Like,
exclusives.
2 or 3 or something
They
like that.
they proclaimed 18 or 17
I think it was
Xbox
the-
exclusive games, but a lot of them were like indie games that they showed, but they didn't really talk
It's
about,
like the indie montage that they
which
had.
was interesting. But like, a lot of them were multi-platform, but it was kind of nice that Microsoft got them to show it on their conference and everything,
That's-
which is cool. But
I was kind of iffy with me because I wanted to say they did a good job, but at the same time, these were all games that were also showed in other conferences too.
exactly.
So I was like, they did a good job by showing like, hey, we're learning, we're buying these studios. But as far as them really doing anything really special, I kind of feel like maybe like they was throwing a bone because Sony exclusively focused on their stuff.
Yeah.
And what's coming out soon compared to Xbox showing a whole bunch of these multi-platform games and stuff like
Gears
that.
looks like it might come out next year. Might. Halo Infinite, that was just CGI trailer. There's no gameplay, there's no story, there's no nothing. It's going to take at least 2-3 years for that Halo Infinite to come out unless they rush it. And we all know what happens to games that get rushed.
Right.
Good job, Microsoft. Better than last year. But the one thing I wanted to end on with for the Microsoft E3 press conference is they announced a new console. It's codenamed Scarlet, and it's in the works.
I think
They
it's still
just
too
released
early.
Xbox One X.
Exactly.
They just did. Even if they do make it backwards compatible, it's like a slap to the face to your consumers, to your
That's
fans.
why I kept saying I don't think Sony or we should not be on the next generation of consoles yet. I know it's been a while and they had their thing before,
Right.
but these other ones just came out and there's still games being there's still more that they can do with these consoles too. So I still think it's too early for a new system, at least for another 2-3 years.
Yeah, with all the graphics and improved graphics on these trailers that we've seen, we can tell that they're still pushing the hardware. So
Yeah.
and with all the new console releases like the PlayStation Pro and you got the Xbox X, that's their like upgraded version of their normal console, and they should stick with that. Right now they're showcasing a lot of games this year through E3 with really good graphics. Like we saw Sekiro, we saw Devil May Cry with the CGI. Of course, we saw the in-game Gears trailer that looked good too. Those graphics were really they have improved a lot from the previous games, and they can still keep pushing that hardware to the max from what I'm seeing.
And I know nothing about video games. I'm just an enthusiast. Whatever. I pay attention. I play them. I like them. I love them.
Guys.
But timing is everything. You show up at the wrong time for certain stuff. You release things at a certain time. You get fucked. Like Tomb Raider came out same year as Fallout.
Battleborn.
Amazing game, exactly. With Overwatch, amazing, good games to amazing. I like Battleborn better than Overwatch.
Titanfall too.
But they get overshadowed.
Exactly.
They get outdone, or it's the wrong time. If it would have been released this time, it would have been a huge success. So the fact that Microsoft announced Xbox One X 2 years ago, released it last year, it's been out for a year. They're already announcing another one. I get it. You make your games better, and they're claiming games, even if they're multi-platform, run better on Xbox, right? That's what they claim.
Right.
At the end of the day, games run better on PC. PCs are always going to be the strongest, bigger, better, badder type of thing, if you really want to do that claim. And then all their games that are exclusive are actually for PC too.
Right.
So where's the urge or the want to buy an Xbox One when it's like, I'll get a PC and I'll get a PS4?
They're better off
You know what I'm
trying to
saying?
find a way to invent an upgradable console. Then maybe that will work out.
Yeah.
Then it would be a PC.
But
Yeah, exactly.
But like I said, they released the Xbox One X at what, $499?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? So it's pretty expensive. So if Sony takes this all in, because we already know they're working on their next console, it's going to be 5 years this November 15th, because it came out November 15, 2013 for the PS4. If they time it next E3 and they hear everything that Xbox does and they do the same thing, but then one-up them, like they did this current generation, and knock it down $100 or $50 compared to what Xbox is, they're going to get the butt spanked again. They need to keep focusing on these games and these exclusives and just making better, complete games.
With Sony establishing themselves, especially with how big the exclusives have been blowing up now, like if they get to jump on them with another console, I mean, it's going to be pretty much the same as before.
Oh, and they also announced Nier is coming out for Xbox One. I forgot to throw that in there too.
Nier, Tales of Vesperia.
But that game was already out on the PS4 for a year now.
I'm going to add one more at the end of once we get through Sony.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like, I'm not trying to like be that big of an asshole to Xbox, but I'm going to be that big of an asshole to Xbox. But they just need to step it up. Like, you can brag about how powerful your console is and how all this other stuff, but if you can't, they price dropped the Xbox One S again to $199. They're selling at a huge loss. Like, Sony's still selling their PS4s for $250 to $399, and it's still outselling them. I think they just surpassed 60 or 70 million, and Microsoft just got to like 30.
How many does each company have? Like, because we got the PlayStation Slim, and then is it the PlayStation Pro? Just those three.
Yeah, original PS4. PS4 Slim and the PS4 Pro.
And then Xbox, I think Xbox has, I want to say they have 4. They have the original, they have the Slim.
Xbox One.
Is it X?
So they have like the
X.
Yeah, so they have 3 too, but now they're going to be adding 4.
Yeah, that's what I was saying in our
I think it's
earlier
too early.
videos. They're doing like cell phone upgrades.
But then
it goes up and it gets a little bit better.
But then the 1S also has the 500 gig, the 1 terabyte, and the 2 terabyte. So there's 3 versions of the S itself.
That's what I was.
Then there's
looking for.
also the 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte for the X as well. So like they have all these different versions, and like I applaud them for being better, making a step forward for their games and presentation for E3, but they need to start doing a little more for their fans to keep them in, because like I said, they're showing a lot of these games at their conference, but a lot of them are multi-console. Exactly. The one thing they have on Sony right now that's swaying in their favor is that they're willing to do cross-platform play online.
Yeah.
But that's because they're already at such a huge loss. They're willing to take more of a loss to keep the players they have, to keep the fans that they have, or the customers that they have. So, I don't know. What do you guys think of their press conference?
At first, I was like, it was pretty good, but once I seen like a lot of the games that they were showing were, also displayed in other conferences too,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it was It wasn't bad, but it wasn't.
So for you?
Yeah.
I give them a thumbs up because they gave them, they gave more video games than I was expecting, to be honest. And they got a couple hit or miss games like Kingdom Hearts 3. Don't get me wrong, awesome for Xbox players. They can't play 1.5 or 2.5 unless it's on PS4, or if they backtrack to PS3 or PS2. 2.8 is also an exclusive for the PS4. I don't know if they're going to get that on Xbox anytime soon. So they're going to be jumping into Kingdom Hearts 3, which is already a complicated-ass fucking story. And they're just going to be like, oh, what's going on here? I'm Captain Jack Sparrow, the fuck is Sora doing with him? So, I don't know. I give them a thumbs up just because they did games. I really didn't like their console announcement, Scarlet. Didn't like that at all.
It's too early.
Well, I give them a thumbs up as well. They did a better job than last year. Last year, I don't remember anything what they did last year.
Sea of Thieves.
Anyways, I don't remember.
Sea of Thieves.
I don't remember what they did anything last year. So
Arg.
That was such a fucking flop, and I seen that shit coming when
it was worse than No Man's Sky.
Yeah. Anything that's trying to copy the No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky at least
doing good.
sold 1 million its first month, and then it digressed.
Yeah.
This one couldn't even get 1 million.
And we were all excited for No Man's Sky, but then all of a sudden
I still own it though.
But I give them a thumbs up on the presentation.
Once the price went up, I ended up turning it down.
They're gonna keep working on it though, so that's kind of nice. So, but
if you're dedicated to playing it, of course. Now, with this press conference for Microsoft, they needed a little bit more exclusive IP announcements. Mostly, not
it's stuff we've seen before.
Not anything that's like a sequel. I mean, everybody's kind of expected, but like, oh, there's Gears. Oh, there's Halo. Okay, there's Halo.
Forza.
There's Forza. Yes. Okay, Forza's back. Yeah.
It was pretty.
Okay.
Ori and the Blind Forest is the only one that
deserves
Ori, a sequel, but is literally only one of 2.
Yeah,
not like one of 8.
That
like
was
Halo.
more what people were excited for. They saw Ori, like, now that is a sequel. And Gears is like, okay, well, that's for the only Gears fans. So, glad for them.
That's
that's
technically 6 Gears. Gears 1, 2, 3, 4, Gears Judgment, or whatever, and then now Gears 5.
Yeah.
That's 6. Halo is Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, Reach, 4, 5. Technically, if you want to count these 2, Halo Wars 1 and Halo Wars 2. It's 9 Halos.
And the thing is, we always forget this, but they announced Crackdown 3, and I'm like, when I first saw the trailer, I was like, but then after I forgot that Crackdown was even announced.
Yeah.
Because the only thing I remember is
Terry
Terry
Crews. The one
Crews.
that brought the hype.
Yeah, he's the one that brought the hype. Other than that, though, it was like, it's Crackdown 3. Okay, you're an agent, and blah, blah, blah. And you're back, agent. Here you go. Here's Terry Crews. None of the exclusives got to me, even though we saw gameplay of Gears, which is really nice to see gameplay of. Mm-hmm. It still didn't bring up the hype. I do like that the leading character is a female, and they're sticking with that. Other than that, though,
female character.
Yeah,
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
That's all I'm saying. Ellie's next.
So I like that there are a rise of female characters that are
Nier.
leading in games. Nier as well. So with her nice ass. But
Tomb
Raider. And so I like that their game developers are now embracing that more, because it used to be male lead roles would steroids.
Yeah, a lot of male protagonists.
Male protagonists of steroids are anime
Yeah.
characters.
I mean, and it's funny too because Gears is one of the most overly broed up
Yeah.
video games, and then now it's
motherfuckers.
got a chick in there, and so it's interesting. It's nice to see diversity and
Yep.
stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That's what I like. So that's what I like about this year is lots of diversity in games.
So.
Oh yeah, they had a Cuphead expansion, huh? Totally
Yeah.
forgot about that. But
Yeah.
that's a good game too.
Cuphead is a good game.
All right.
Anything else on the Microsoft E3 conference?
No, that's...
Thumbs up, Kyle. What do you give it?
Meh.
Meh.
I mean, I did like they announced Cyberpunk because Witcher, the guys
And
that
they
made it.
and they got Devil May Cry on their side.
Yeah.
And Sekiro. That was pretty nice.
I
to
thought
see,
the
too.
announcement of Devil May Cry was like,
Oh yeah, and then Forza 1, 2, 3, 4. Forza Horizon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
yeah.
There's nine Forza. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Sorry if shitting on you, Microsoft.
Oh, you guys
shit
did a good
yourself.
job.
Um,
Good press conference.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and jump into Sony's E3. This one was good. Again, we'll jump into it. It's actually a lot shorter than the rest of these, but it showed opening, gameplay, and story of The Last of Us 2, which was hype moment, which was freaking good. Gameplay of Ghost of Tsushima from Sucker Punch. Gameplay, kind of, sorta, of Death Stranding. And gameplay of Spider-Man. And then it also showed a new old trailer, Resident Evil 2 Remastered for the
Which looked
PS4.
pretty.
It displayed Kingdom Hearts, which Xbox also had Kingdom Hearts. Xbox showed Kingdom Hearts, the Frozen level, with Frozen and Elsa and stuff like that. Kingdom Hearts for the PS4, they showed Pirates of the Caribbean. And then there was a little teaser, Neo 2 coming out.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome to see.
I like that.
And then they also showed an interesting thing. They ended the press conference with a From Software PS VR game called Duracian.
What a damn tease that was.
Duracian? I don't know how to pronounce that.
Deracine? I don't know. It's French.
But Sony's still riding the wave of the past 2-3 E3s.
Yeah.
You know, the games they announced 2 years ago. They got gameplay of Spider-Man, comes out this September, and it looks fucking amazing. Like,
Yeah.
it looks fun as hell. Like, I want to play it.
I like the actual villains that they put in this one too, like seeing Rhino and Scorpion.
It reminded me of the cartoon. Remember the cartoon
That's
was
exactly
like,
what I thought about when I seen that.
I
was
swear
like,
to God,
holy
like-
shit.
It was like a Royal Rumble on that cutscene that they did.
Oh yeah.
who made Spider-Man again? The guys that made Sunset Overdrive.
Insomniac.
Insomniac, yeah. So Insomniac Games is making that, and they hit that shit right on the freaking head. Like, it touches that nostalgia, but then it's like new badass Spider-Man, still funny Spider-Man,
Yep.
and then it's just the gameplay looks. I mean, it looks fun. Like, I want to play it, and I'm not like any huge Spider-Man fan by any means or anything like that, but
It looks nice.
Yeah, it definitely
Gameplay looks
nice.
really nice.
I really like the villains that they brought up in this one.
they made the villains
I-
look badass.
They
yeah.
updated the villains too, as you saw.
Scorpion and Rhino was my two favorite in there, and they looked amazing. Like, as soon as I seen them, I was like, that reminds me of Spider-Man back in the day.
Yeah. So, big props to Sony on that. But like I said, they're still riding that wave, which is a good thing for us. But then also, I don't want to say it because it's not even the end of the year yet, because there's still TGS and still PSX to showcase games. And then what's the Europe one? They do it in Europe.
I forgot.
PAX? No,
No,
PAX
no,
is
no.
here. They do that one in Europe. They do a game show in Europe. I forget whatever the hell it's called. If I actually worked for a gaming company that allowed me to do things like that, that'd be nice. But
Or you can look it up on the internet, but yeah, that works too.
they still have 3-4 more chances for announcement.
Does that stop the?
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
So
Keep going.
yeah,
Keep going. Keep going. I'll let her talk to her kids. Keep going. Keep talking about the hype.
yeah. So they did a good job on the showcasing of the games. Not a lot of new IPs though. I mean, they
What was the one new one that we got? What the fuck? It's not on here. What is it called? It had the big tower and the 4 guys standing in front of it. They showed somebody getting sliced in half or something like that in the thing.
That's
like
Babylon Fall.
Yeah,
That's a
Babylon
Square
Fall.
Enix game
Oh,
on the
Square
Square Enix press conference.
Oh, damn it.
You
Okay,
got
I
that
confused.
wrong. We're talking about the Sony press conference. We'll get maybe I don't know if that's in the notes here, but yeah, pretty much they showed a lot of
that's
gameplay.
something else. Talk about that.
So the Sony press conference showed a lot of gameplay, which is nice. Not
Which
a lot of
is
IPs.
what a lot of people was complaining about not getting from some of
Microsoft.
the other conferences. Too.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of other conferences.
Like
show.
Kyle Utters.
Yeah, Kyle others.
Kyle Utters.
Kyle others.
Come here.
This
come
man's drunk.
here. Another shot.
Not other conferences. Other conferences had a lot of gameplay. Like the game, Sony showed probably the most gameplay out of any
And they
other
let
games.
people know ahead of time too. They was like, don't be expecting us to show you a whole bunch of new games. We're focusing on the games that are getting ready to come out, and we're just gonna go more in depth with those games.
And I seriously think they save a lot of these special things for PSX. Because that is what people get most hyped for, like nowadays.
End of the year.
Because they announced Last of Us 2 years ago. This past year, they showed Sekiro at the VGAs, which is right next to PSX.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they showcase these a lot. They did that surprise Uncharted, the one with Chloe. What's it called?
Something Abyss.
No, it's not Abyss.
Oh.
Uncharted Lost Legacies.
Lost
There we
Legacies,
go.
yeah.
All these names you gotta
but
memorize.
they showcase these at PSX. You know, so I'm super hyped for it. And Sony's got a backlog of exclusives. Wild, still haven't heard anything from 2 years ago. They showcase more Dreams. A lot of people were surprised and worried that Days Gone didn't get its time of gameplay and all that stuff, but they did that last year.
Yeah.
And I think it's a game that's going to be based off a story.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they want to showcase more of the story because that's going to spoil it.
Right.
It is open world.
But
though.
they keep saying open world game because a lot of people are like, oh, it's a lame version of Last of Us. Last of Us is a linear game
Yeah, it's a linear
based off
path
the
game.
story. This is a open world game based off the story. So it's going to be different. Obviously, I don't think it's going to be as good as Last of Us, obviously. But it does look like it has potential. The fact it's open world, you can upgrade your motorcycle, all that stuff. So I think they're kind of easing up off that because they don't want to spoil stuff versus it's not doing as good because, you know, Bend Studio is a solid studio.
Right.
You know, they did, whatchamacallit, Siphon Filter and all that stuff. So I have an expectation, just not super high for them.
Yeah.
You know, but like like I said, it's a good thing and a bad thing. But they showcased gameplay of some of these games that people are like, that's not coming out soon. But then they showcase gameplay of it. People are like, that's coming out soon. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are speculating Last of Us not coming out to 2020. I'm thinking Last of Us is coming out late 2019.
Could be, yeah.
I'm thinking Death Stranding is coming out 2020 for sure. But Last of Us 2 coming out late 2019, that's earlier than anybody expected. You know, and then the fact that Ghost of Tsushima has a possible chance of coming out next year too.
Oh, yeah.
Because the gameplay looked fucking good. It reminded me of Spider-Man, but with ninjas.
That was one thing,
Samurais.
and y'all, yeah, I text y'all as soon as while I was watching the shit, but like it seemed like they're putting more time into their games or something because it just seemed like those games were on a whole nother level.
They look great, and they look like they played great. Like how smooth Last of Us played, like how Ellie was killing shit and dodging the attacks. Don't get me wrong, Last of Us 1 is a masterpiece to me. It's like my top 3 favorite games of all time. To see the way this game played, I'm just like, that looks better than Last of Us. Like like the gameplay looks better. I don't know if the story would be better, but the gameplay looks solid. Like it just ran so smooth. So like these games are exciting. Spider-Man, Ghost of Tsushima, and then Death Stranding. A lot of people are like, oh, it's a UPS guy carrying whatever. But in one of the scenes, Norman Reedus clicks his suitcase, and it turns into a gun.
So, yeah, that looked interesting when he brought the gun out.
And I was like, what do you mean? He's just fucking teasing you right now. It's Hideo Kojima.
Yeah, that's
he doesn't
what I was
have
thinking.
He doesn't have to give nobody shit. Like this man is fucking you can't predict.
That's
this
exactly what
motherfucker.
I was thinking once we started seeing like gameplay. I was like, he has to be fucking around.
He's fucking
just showing
around.
like the game's obviously not gonna be just about delivering shit. But
But what I think he was trying to showcase was all the places you could be,
exactly.
and the way Norman Reedus walked. I know it sounds stupid, but it looked like a real person walking.
Yeah.
Like the way he was struggling with everything, like the physics of the game looked so realistic, and the fact that he didn't have to start from scratch. This game could come out earlier. You never know.
Well, people were sitting there thinking he was shitting around and that, he wasn't, working on the game like he should be. And
Yeah.
I hope, that let people know, like, because he said, like, this is the fastest he's been able to put a game together, I think, with what he's doing now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I hopefully these people see, like, he's not fucking around. He's still trying
Oh, I
get
want
the
him
shit
to give
done.
Konami a big middle finger. Like, fuck you. Like, you shitting on me and all this other stuff. And, oh, man, it's going to be sweet, sweet revenge. But
That shit looks so crazy. It looks like it's gonna be good, and it's kind of creepy too. I like it.
it showed
I
a
like
baby's butt.
Yes, the
It
creepiness.
showed the baby's butt and went to the face and the thumb, and then it zooms out, and it's like Norman Reedus. And he's still, I don't understand the whole baby thing with the thing and the
yeah.
carrying, like, but like I say, it's a mind fuck. Like, that's what he wants. Like, he wants you to guess and speculate. Like, that builds up more hype. Any type of publicity, what they say is good publicity.
Right.
And that's what he's doing. Like, he's fucking you up on purpose. Like, he knows what he's doing. Like, this Metal Gear Solid is and shit. Like, he fucks with you. Like, and the fact that now he has the creative freedom to do what he wants, like, it's exciting. Like, Sony's just like, here's all this money. Take your time. Just give us a good
And
game.
that's what I've seen some people talking about is the difference in why like Sony's been hitting with their exclusives is because their studios have freedom to do what they want. A lot of people and companies like Activision that stick to their thing and like do the same thing over and over, just try to improve it.
Yeah.
And then you have people like the company that worked on God of War, where they had to take a risk on bringing the game back and trying something completely different from what they did. And I think that's why they've been doing so well with their exclusives and stuff too, is because their studios actually have the freedom to
Sony gives them
step
an
out
opportunity, to think outside the box. Taco Bell reference. But yeah, like, it's good, like, to piggyback on that. It's like Killzone, Horizon,
right.
God of War from arcadey beat 'em up to a Dark Soul-esque type of game, which had a weak story to became story being one of the best parts of that game.
Exactly.
Crash Bandicoot to Uncharted to Last of Us. It's like, it's nuts to think about, like, all this freedom that Sony's giving them. Like, it's nice to see. It's cool. Like Insomniac Games, they went from, what's the one exclusive? The first person shooter that came out for the PS3. Insomniac made.
Resistance?
Yeah, Resistance. So Resistance, first person shooter, to Sunset Overdrive over with Microsoft, and then Sony's like, you know what? Do a fucking superhero game, Spider-Man. It's like, whoa, Sucker Punch with Infamous to Samurai.
Yeah, I
like
didn't think
sword
Sucker.
fighting and
I
like,
didn't think Sucker Punch would make a samurai game. but they did.
and
That
they
looks
went
so
from
fucking
Infamous,
sexy.
which was pretty tame when it comes to killing and superheroes, to now it's like sword through the head, sheath,
Yeah, cause
blood squirts.
Now
know
that I
what I'm
think
saying?
about it, they made Infamous, Sucker Punch did, and you don't see a lot of Gorns.
No, you don't.
in
And
Infamous.
Sly is a
It's-
kid's game.
Yeah, and Sly is a kid's game. So, and then also they went from that to, hey, yo, samurai.
Exactly, like
That's
it's,
my samurai accent.
it's awesome to see, but at the same time, Sony's still only gonna get a thumbs up from me because I wanted games that I did want. Final Fantasy VII.
Yep.
I want a fucking update on that shit.
I was expecting a remake update.
Give me a
I'm
fucking
sad.
update. I possibly wanted some release dates, maybe. or at least a release year. But at the same time, they don't want to do the whole Crackdown thing.
Yeah.
Hey, supposed to come out last year, coming out this year, delaying it till next year.
Don't worry, we'll get a Terry Crews narrator for K&Si 7.
But I mean, for the most part, they're hitting stuff right on the head. Neo 2 was a nice touch.
Yeah, it was
Resident Evil 2 Remaster was a nice touch. But there are a couple games out there. They could have talked about Dreams
Is
more.
Resident Evil 2 coming out next year?
it's coming out next year.
2019,
Yep.
I think they said January too.
Is it January?
I don't know if it's January, but it's
Because I was like, are they
2019
pulling the
spring.
same thing they did with 7? When I think that's what they said.
Beginning of the year?
I'm not 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of games that they have announced at the other press conferences are coming out next year, 2019,
Yeah.
which I was surprised. This game was just announced, and then they're releasing it next year. I'm like, wow, that's really fast. Or
January 25th, 2019, release date.
Yeah,
So
and-
yeah, they're doing the same thing they did with Resident Evil. No other games come out at that time, so it's not. It gives people a chance to actually see the game and check it out without being distracted by
But
other releases. And stuff,
Sony
too.
really started that trend too. Sony and then the guys that made Dying Light. They did that 2 years ago. Same with the guys Ubisoft. They do that with Far Cry. Far Cry usually comes out at the beginning of the year, like this past one. Far
Yeah,
Cry
that's right.
5 came out, so it's
so-
a smart time.
They're mostly developing these games probably in secret and not letting us know, which is good. It lets them release like a really earlier release date
Yeah.
than they normally would. I kind of like that style because then you get a game that you're gonna anticipate for next year
And
instead
like
of
you were
waiting
saying,
for 4
that,
years or 10 years
yeah.
for Final Fantasy.
That also,
15, which was a good game, but just saying. Kingdom Hearts has been about close to fucking 10 years too.
oh my gosh, Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
I feel like Kingdom Hearts was the game of this E3 because
Yeah, it was.
Seen it everywhere.
Everywhere.
Fucking everywhere.
But it was funny because on
advertised everywhere.
Microsoft's thing, it was glitched. The sound effects were off. And at first I'm like, no, it's fine, Casey. I hear music. And then Elsa shoots out ice and you don't hear her go shishing. But then when I watched the Sony one before because I had to watch the Microsoft one after it aired because I was at work.
told
I'm
you.
like, no, you're right. There was no sound there.
I told
I was
you.
like, the ice is supposed to.
I was laughing
Freeze 'em
because
up, so.
I'm like, it's a good trailer, but the sound effects aren't going at all when it impacts the character.
Oh,
Like when he
wow.
tackles, when one of the characters gets tackled, I'm like, what? Where's the the oomph noise and shit like that? There's nothing there. They just talk. It's just narration and dialogue that's going through, and barely any sound effects. So it's like, yeah, they screwed up on that trailer for the Microsoft press conference. It's funny, still a good trailer.
But yeah, I think Sony is digressing a little bit because 2 years in a row, so it would have been 4 years ago they started. They had back-to-back fucking bangers when it came to E3. Final Fantasy VII that 1 year, and then the God of War when he steps through the door and whatever 2 years ago. And then last year was more trailers and gameplay for games. This year's more trailers and gameplay. I seriously think next year they're not gonna reveal anything real, but they are gonna finally be like, hey, we're working on next gen console. We're working on it.
Yeah.
They're not gonna say anything real or anything like that. Not like how Microsoft, I don't know if Microsoft's gonna release their console soon, which I don't think
I don't
it will.
think so. No.
But the fact that the way they said it made it sound like, hey, it's coming out in 2 or 3 years. When they just released Xbox One X last year.
exactly.
A 3-4 year time span is a little ridiculous to me. With Sony PS4 Pro came out 2 years ago, right? No, what was it last year? Might have been 2 years ago.
I think 2 years ago, maybe.
Because they came out fall.
Maybe.
So a year and a half to 2 years ago, whatever. But they haven't really... They didn't make it seem like, oh, this is just an upgrade from the PS4. Other than that, it's going to help your games run smoother, all that stuff. They didn't make it seem like it was this huge event. When
Yeah.
Microsoft announced Xbox One X, they made it seem like it was a new console.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then on top of all that, Microsoft made it seem like, fuck, we lost this generation. Let's give up. Let's start working on the next generation. It's like slapping all the customers that bought, the 30 million Xboxes before. Like, well, then what do we have to wait for this generation?
Exactly.
Should we just hold out on doing anything and then waiting till next generation to buy it, which is another 4 years? And then if Halo Infinite does come out for this generation, it looks like it's supposed to come out for next generation too. why not buy the next console next generation and then also buy Halo instead of buying it for this current generation?
Right.
So they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot. As for Sony, it's nice that they're keeping a lot of things secretive, low key, and then
Like you were saying, it also keeps them out of trouble too, because if anything happens, if we're not expecting anything, then people don't have a reason to really get upset because they didn't tell us like it's coming out now and then we have to delay it
because
and delay it again.
they dealt with that with Uncharted. Uncharted was supposed to come out in the fall, got delayed till spring, and then finally got pushed back till summer.
So I think
it came out
just
and it was a good game, but
staying quiet until they're sure, and then setting things up, I think that actually would work out.
I think they're learning a lot of things from Bethesda. Because remember when they announced Fallout 4 for E3 and then it came out in fall, and no one speculated anything about Fallout 4 until like the next 2 years.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere. It's like Fallout 4 is like, oh, it's like
Bethesda set that
4
trend,
years
man.
ago.
They did.
All of a sudden, the game's like, it comes out this year. It's like, what? Like, you guys developed this game in secret, and no one even found rumors
I
about
think
this
that
game?
actually builds hype. I think it's kind of hard
do a
with the
teaser
timing
and then go quiet.
because like I think you want to give people enough notice ahead of time so that people that need to take time to prepare in order to get the game, have time to prepare. But then at the same time, you build a lot of hype if you keep the announcement and the release closer to.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sketchy, but I think they're finding a good balance in between the two.
Yeah. So, but let's go ahead and close out on these E3.
He put his fingers up, guys.
Well, I was gonna.
Okay, go.
At first, I was gonna ask what y'all thought about the other ones,
Ask me a question.
the other conferences and stuff. If there was anything that y'all
Square Enix acquired The Quiet Man and Babylon's Fall.
Babylon's Fall.
Babylon's Fall.
Yeah,
Those
which I was
two
talking to
games-
Kyle earlier.
Those two games to me looked awesome. The Quiet Man, it reminded me of a mute, deaf version of Keanu Reeves. What's it called?
I want you to
The
figure
guy.
it out.
His dog dies.
I know what it is. I want you to
Wick.
figure it out.
Yeah.
John Wick.
John Wick, yeah. It reminds me of that a little bit for some reason. But like that game to me looked pretty cool. But Babylon's Fall, I'm curious about.
Yeah, Babylon's Fall.
I am too.
We saw the trailer for it. I was confused at first because I was like, is this a Final Fantasy game? And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Babylon Fall. I'm like, wow. And then after the logo where it says Babylon Fall, it says Platinum Games. I'm like, yes! Platinum Games is working on a Square Enix game just like they did with Nier Automata. So I'm like, yes!
Another.
But didn't they also work on Ninja Turtles?
Forget about that. We talking about Square Enix working with
But
Platinum Games, and they made Nier Automata.
Microsoft did drop them from Scalebound. So maybe this was their other focus. Because
Which is
Platinum
good.
Games is decent
I
size.
still want to
And-
see what the hell Scalebound is going to be.
And
about.
I believe
Sony, pick it up.
I believe that Square Enix working
Please.
with Platinum Games has been working out so far. They did a Nier Automata, and that sold lots of freaking games and made huge sales, and you got to see 2B's ass. It was beautiful.
I think it was like 2 to 4 million they sold it as new IP.
A
all that
new
stuff.
IP, and this is another new IP with Platinum Games, and
So
from what I saw, and the little teaser they did at the end,
it looks good.
it looks like a 4-player game,
It looks good.
like
Oh,
a
yeah.
4-player co-op game.
Like Bouncers. Thanks, Square Enix.
They should remake Bouncers as
Bouncers
well,
too.
and have Platinum Games make it. Genius idea, Square Enix. You watch it right now. Platinum Games. Get them
Do
on.
it.
Get them on a Bouncers
Do
remake.
it.
Okay, I want to see Sion Barzard. I can't even say his name. Back in action.
Charizard.
Back in action. I want to see a Bouncers remake.
Yeah. The
Better.
Division 2, lackluster for me. Because like
Oh.
I said, I never fully got enveloped into the first Division. Just because I was so late on the ball. Even though I spent $90.
Well, if they would have fused the XCOM with the Division,
You and
then
XCOM, man.
it would have been a completely different thing.
What other games were there?
I wanted
stood
to
out.
ask your opinions on Anthem and what y'all thought about
Oh, I don't know. I saw the trailer for it
I'm excited
and the
for it.
gameplay.
that. I tried not to. I tried not to get excited for it. I was sitting there. I was like,
I'm excited
Okay.
because I want to see what they do because it's Destiny on steroids.
I don't know.
And they did say, didn't they, all DLC is free.
I think so.
I think
That's
so,
what they
yeah.
said. Bungie, Activision.
Know your place. No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't buy any of the DLC for Destiny 2, just letting
I
y'all
didn't
know.
either.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I bought all the DLC for the
Destiny
first
1,
Destiny.
Yeah.
Didn't buy any for Destiny 2. You want to know why?
Because I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
I felt like I was getting raped. I'm going to call SVU on your ass. But no, like that's... I'm excited for it. It's got a lot of potential and momentum. Graphics are dope. Story seems interesting.
Exactly.
Mech suits, come on. You can fly, go underwater, do all these things.
All mech things, you know.
know,
And my
And it's
biggest
third
thing,
person. I love third person shooters.
it kind of made me feel it's almost like if you took like some elements of Destiny and Warframe and put it together in a way, especially with
Kind of,
Warframe.
sort of, a little bit.
Because how they have the suit set up, they have these 4 as the base, but they also leave themselves open
Different
to be
skill
able to
trees.
have other, suits and
Yes.
skill trees and stuff like that too. So that's what I was thinking about Warframe, because they have a whole bunch of different Warframes and stuff in there now and stuff too. So I was
It's definitely exciting. Like you said, I don't want to overhype myself, but I do kind of have high expectations because it's supposed to come out this year. They delayed it till next year, so they're taking time. They're listening to the fans. Free DLC. The graphics are dope. Real world exploration. Like Destiny, it's like big, huge water there. Can't do nothing to it except for shoot
Exactly.
bullets into it, you know?
There goes the
Oh,
bullets.
you have cool vehicles to ride, too. You know, like these mech suits are pretty much vehicles.
exactly.
And you can fly. You know, you can fly up, whatever. You can go down underwater into caves and all that shit.
Looks nice.
It looks good. I got some pretty good expectations for Anthem.
I do too now. I seriously, I was like, this is EA. We've been getting a whole bunch of shit from Destiny and stuff, and I was like, at first I was like, this game is gonna fucking suck, and then after watching this, I'm like, it has a lot of potential, and that was the thing with me and Destiny, and a lot of people in Destiny is Destiny had a lot of potential, and they just completely fucked it.
Yeah.
And I think they're on the right track. I'm just trying not to get too excited now.
Well, the thing I always like about these type of games is if they're gonna have a huge area for exploration. Exploration is always a key thing that I like about playing these type of games.
If Breath of the Wild can do it, why can't they?
Yeah, right. Breath of the Wild brought it up a notch on that, and then also loot system. That's always gonna be the big thing. We want a lot of guns.
I think
the big
that's
thing.
what kind of sold me on it, is that, your suit has, its main, functions, or like what it's supposed to be, like with the Colossus and everything. But then you can be close range if you want to by going with a flamethrower and close range, more powerful close range weapons, or you can go long range with mortars and stuff like that. And it's still with, specifically with that suit, but it can play completely different, making it pretty much your own. And you're not stuck to one suit. If you don't want to be a Colossus, you can switch over to the Ranger. If you want to be a Ranger,
Yep.
you can be an Interceptor, or go over to the Storm and stuff.
Shut up, 3 Titans guy.
So yeah,
3 freaking Titans
yeah.
guy.
From what I heard in Anthem, yeah, your suit is the class, so you go switch out suits.
That's because I can't play with the other ones, and I can't make them my own. The Titan is me.
The
Okay.
Titan is me.
Oh my
3
God.
times.
Miser will
3
never let you
times.
live that down.
No.
Okay, 3 Titans guy. Oh, who are you gonna be? The Titan? What about your other character? Oh, the Titan.
Titan.
No. Pick your third character then. Titan. But no, it's nice to have those options. But like you said, each suit has its own branches. So you can make your Colossus be distant range or whatever, and you can make your Ranger be close range, stuff like that. So, really cool.
Has a lot of potential.
Anything else? Should we just close up on E3? Time's
I
running
mean,
short, so.
other than the Ubisoft press conference, they had some interesting showcasings on there.
Kingdom Hearts looks fucking amazing.
So go ahead and list out 3 games that stood out to you. Go.
Devil May Cry
any conference.
5,
Yeah.
for sure. Resident Evil 2 Remake, that stood out the most for me at least. And what would be number 1? I guess number one would be Ghost of Tsushima for sure. I was gonna say Last of Us, but well, actually no. Get rid of Resident Evil 2. That was cool. That was a good reveal. I love that reveal. But I guess I'll say mostly it's gonna be Last of Us. It's gonna be the kind of like my third one because I knew they were gonna release like a trailer for it. Then kind of the second in between would definitely be Ghost of Tsushima. I really like the gameplay of that. Or actually, no. Get rid of that. Sekiro. There we go. Sekiro. Sorry, it's so hard to choose. Sekiro was a good fake out that I didn't expect at the Microsoft press conference.
Yeah.
And then, of course, number one, Devil May Cry 5. I actually am really excited for that a lot. I'm expecting good things about that game because it's been a while since they released it.
Right.
Resident Evil 2, good reveal. I liked it. I put that as number 4. As my
close third. Okay.
Yeah, close third. The problem though is that I've already played Resident Evil 2, so this is just like a remaster. But the remaster is gonna be good though because I heard that it was really dynamic.
So you're not hyped for Final Fantasy 7. Okay, sounds good.
7 until
you've played that multiple times. Sounds good.
Well, until they release it, that's not part of the E3 conferences. We didn't see any news on it, so I can't say anything about it.
So those are your top 3. What? Sekiro.
Sekiro, Devil May Cry 5, and
Ghost of
Ghost of Tsushima, because I'm excited for this open world samurai ninja game.
What about you, Kyle?
I'm basing mine off of games that I want to play right now, and that is Kingdom Hearts 3 for sure, Anthem I want to get my hands on, and Super Smash Ultimate.
And mine is gonna be Babylon's Fall. Sekiro looks really solid. And then surprisingly to me, even though I never played the first one, Neo 2 was a nice surprise.
Ooh, yeah.
I really liked that one. At first, I really thought, oh, Minutia is finally
Yeah, I know. I was like,
and then the horn
Minutia?
comes out, and then it does a thing, and it's like Neo 2. Damn it.
Damn you demons!
But I'd say tie with Neo 2 is Spider-Man. Like I said, Spider-Man to me was a nice
There were
surprise.
so many good games.
This
out
E3
there,
was really
like,
good.
yeah,
It was really good. Like everything
all together, thumbs up.
Yeah. Altogether, it had good hype, nice reveals, and surprises and stuff like that. It
Kingdom Hearts looks so fucking beautiful, man. Like,
yeah.
That shit looks so amazing.
Kingdom Hearts just got showed over and over again. I don't want to see any more of it until it comes out January.
Yeah, because I'm like, you're
Like,
spoiling
I
it
just-
for us at that point. I think that's enough trailers.
Just want
Yeah.
Just just wait and let us play the game when it gets released. Because any more trailers, I'm like, shut up. I want to surprise myself, okay?
let
Shut
us
up,
go ahead
Square
and
Enix.
end this E3.
Let me
comments
surprise
thing.
myself.
Let's go ahead and jump into release dates for June. I'm just going to run these through. We'll have a little list in our description here. But for the month of June, June 1st, Earth of Atlantis, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, June 5th. Casey picked that up.
Woohoo!
Really likes that game. Got some
It
really
is
good reviews.
good.
Casey's entering a tournament in it.
Down the road.
Nobunaga's Ambition Tashi, June 5th. Onrush, June 5th. Sega Genesis Classics, June 5th. Shaq Fu, A Legend Reborn, June 5th.
Have you seen the videos?
Vampire,
That's
June
funny.
5th.
I don't want
Warhammer 40,000, Inquisitor Martyr, June 5th. Fate Extilia Link, June 6th. That's in Japan though. MotoGP 18, June 7th. Jurassic World Evolution, June 12th. Moss, I guess it's the physical release for that PSVR, the little mouse.
Yeah, I'll
So
buy
there's a
that.
physical one, June 12th.
I'll buy that.
Super Bomberman Rated R, no, it's just called R, June 12th. Lego The Incredibles, June 15th. Anemia, Gate of Memories.
Anima, Gate of Memories.
Anima, Gate of Memories. The Nameless Chronicles, June 19th. The Lost Child, June 19th in America and June 22nd in Europe. Moo Sinks,
Neo 6.
June
I don't know why I thought
19th. New Gundam Breaker, June 21st in Japan, June 22nd in North America. This one's interesting. The Crew 2, June 26th. Luminous Remaster, June 26th. Rainbow Skies, June 26th. Tour de France, 2018, June 28th. MXGP Pro, June 29th. A couple DLC and expansions. Elder Scrolls, Somerset expansion, Rocket League, Jurassic World Car Pack, and World of Tanks Mercenaries expansion.
Woo-doo-doo.
Yeah, we're pretty much done with the podcast. What have you guys been playing? I actually forgot to ask that at the beginning of the show.
Shit. I picked up Persona 5 and dedicated 113 hours to it now.
113?
Yeah.
I'm impressed. Getting close to my Final Fantasy 15 of 127, 28 hours?
Yeah, I tried to make a strong push to get through the game. I didn't realize how long it is. I think I'm finally at the end. Almost
Persona
done with
games
it.
are always long. Expect 100 plus hours into it.
But
So-
it was
good?
really good. Anna's Bay.
Anna's Bay.
Anne is Bay. That's what they said. That's the character, one of the characters in there.
Yeah.
That's Bay.
Sorry,
right there.
Futaba's
Bay.
Bay. But anyways, yeah.
Futaba.
She is.
I don't even know
You
who these
it.
characters are.
Ah.
I like Makoto too, though.
Anything else? Street Fighter 5?
Street Fighter 5 practicing. Gonna try to get in that tournament. with y'all.
H1Z1 last night.
H1Z1 finally. I think that's it. Death Road to Canada. I just started playing that.
On the phone. Casey, what about you?
Well, if you've been following our channel,
Oh, yeah, that's
you
right.
have seen some of the games I've actually recently played. For example, Wizard of Legend. I've been playing that.
Beat that yet?
No, I have not. Also, I haven't posted on the channel. I don't know, but I've been playing Moonlighter. That is a really good game. That's a good indie game that came out.
Yep.
I recommend you guys get it. It's a random.
Would have been nice multiplayer, but yeah. Just saying.
One of those random dungeon procedural games that are out there. And of course, Street Fighter 5. I've been playing a little bit of that with the Combo Breaker back at the end of Memorial Day weekend
In May.
and lost, but still fun. Regardless.
Almost got out. Lost to a professional gamer. Ricky Ortiz. Shout out.
And what else? I mean, I play so much games. I guess H1Z1 as well. You know, we all started.
What
playing
game have you been playing trying to beat? How about that?
Trying to beat? Nothing really, to be honest. Mostly just Moonlighter, I guess. Moonlighter is a big game.
Omnimusha again too.
I
On
am.
the
I'm gonna
PC?
go through. Yeah, I'll go through the whole series.
I am thinking of
want to,
replaying the Kingdom Hearts, some of the Kingdom Hearts games. Get ready for Kingdom Hearts 3, so
Ooh.
or Devil May Cry, one or the other.
yeah.
Anything else?
Oh, that's it. What
Let
about
me
you?
go ahead and update you guys.
Look at that, he's stretching.
Graduated from college with an AA degree, my arts and liberal sciences degree. 2 years, nothing fancy, nothing special. But finally got done with school. That's why our content has been so lacking, because we are a team and we support each other, and they wanted to support me to get done with school, and we're all kind of lazy at that time. But I also proposed to my current girlfriend of 9 years, and we are now engaged. I bought her a ring. And so Kyle used to be the engaged gamer. Now he's the married gamer. Now I am the engaged gamer. And Casey is also the single. and
Single
looking
for
Bad
life.
bitches. Bad bitches only.
Single,
But
ready to mingle.
we did that. I got a new job, so like our podcast is all fucked up because I work second shift now.
Yeah, it's his fault.
All this other stuff. So what you guys need to do is go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like us, share us,
We're
to give us the
sellouts, yes.
support
Hit
so
the
I
like
can
button.
fucking stop working a regular job.
Shit, looks like we're gonna start cooking more too. So look
Yeah.
out for that.
So, but the games I've been playing is God of War. Still haven't beat that yet. That game is fucking dope. I can actually finally sit down and actually play it when I have more time. H1Z1, of course. What else? Uncharted 4, obviously online, because I'm still a beast. I still get hate mail. And then once I beat God of War, I have plans to finally delve into Horizon, beat that, and then finally, after all that shit, I was
Kingdom Hearts
considering
2.
playing Kingdom Hearts 1 again and then 2. I was thinking about speedrunning Kingdom Hearts 1 since I've done everything in it already, and then playing Kingdom Hearts 2 and taking my time to beat that and get ready for Kingdom
You're
Hearts
gonna enjoy that.
3.
You're gonna enjoy that.
But I'm gonna have all summer. I got a wedding to go to in August. It's gonna be a busy summer again this year. But you know, we're back. Please share, like, and subscribe. Kyle, close us out, bro.
Yo, if you want to get in touch with us, you can hit us up on Facebook at facebook.com/K. Oh, wait, is it groups? /KANDSI show. You could also hit us up on our email at KANDSIshow@gmail.com. And make sure to subscribe to our channel on YouTube at K. Is it ampersand? S-I show?
No, A&D.
K&D S-I show.
I couldn't put the ampersand in. But where can they catch you guys on social media sites or anything like that? Go.
My social media is TheCaz at Twitter. Is it at TheCaz? I think.
I don't know. What's your Twitter?
It's your Twitter. You would know.
Is it casual?
I don't.
Yeah, I thought it was casual.
It might be casual.
Nice.
But you can hit me up on my email at thatcasualgamer@gmail.com if you want to get in touch with me.
Yep, and you can hit me up on my Twitter at BLK0Wind. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, yeah, I always post some stuff. You will see updates on our channel. I always post the latest gameplays or Let's Plays on there. And, of course, you could also see my fighting game channel on there as well. Black Wind, the online fighter. So, you can always check that out as well if you'd like to watch some Street Fighter, Blaze Blue, all that fun stuff. That fighting game in general. So.
And with me, I decided to join the Twitter club here, so you can at me at Monkey D Yusuke. I am on Twitter now. I'll probably try to be a little more active on there. You can also catch me on Instagram, Sipones, Sipones. You can watch me post up stuff about my kids, my family, video games, food on top of foods. Join our Facebook group. Don't forget to subscribe and everything on our YouTube channel at K&Si Show. Closing out. Stay gaming. Add it to your library. Do your thing.
Peace.
Done.
Good creme brulee.
Hibiki. Go pick it up. Just saying. They're starting to run a short because people are starting to discover what Suntory whiskey place is.
Save your checks. It is
See you next
expensive.
time.